Your knowledge, your experience, and perspective are what truly unlock doors. It's time to stop waiting for validation and start using what you have to create new opportunities, better opportunities ahead. If you're over 40 and thinking about leaving corporate, but wondering, how do I do this the right way? This is for you. I know exactly what it's like to feel stuck between stability and wanting to grow, wanting more, but unsure of the smartest way to transition. And I made the decision to return to entrepreneurship after a corporate tenure. And it wasn't about starting over, it was about moving with strategy. So here's the reality check, ladies and gentlemen. The job market is shifting. Industries are evolving fast, and many professionals like me over 40 are being left behind, not because they aren't capable, but because they're unprepared. If you think you have to start over, think again. Without a strategy, you risk wasting years. And I don't like wasting my time, but you risk wasting years trying to figure it out while others are moving ahead. The idea of work today is evolving at an unprecedented pace. You got AI, automation, corporate restructures. It's shifting the landscape, and middle age, mid career professionals are facing tough questions. How do I stay relevant? How do I pivot without starting over? And this video answers those concerns and provides a clear plan to help you take control of your next move. Because the truth is, staying stagnant is not an option. You either adapt or take control, or you risk falling behind. I'm breaking down exactly how you stay ahead, position yourself strategically, and create career security on your terms. I want to introduce the choice framework. The choice framework, it's your roadmap to taking control of your career trajectory with intention, strategy, and most importantly, confidence. This is the exact framework I use to transition my own career, and it's outlined in my book, Choice Destinations. This framework ensures that your next move isn't a leap into the unknown, but it's a calculated step toward autonomy, financial stability, and fulfillment. And by applying these principles, you gain the power to dictate your career path rather than letting external circumstances decide for you. I also want to talk about why LinkedIn is your career asset waiting on you to take full advantage, and why you need to act now. So, again, in today's shifting job market, waiting to be found, that's a risky game. The professionals who thrive aren't just good at what they do, that's not enough, but they make sure the right people know it. If you're not optimizing LinkedIn, you're missing out on opportunities that could redefine your next move. Also, how to turn your corporate experience into a profitable business. Now, my people over 40, did you know that 57% of employers say that soft skills, that's the leadership, problem solving, being flexible, the adaptability, that's more important than the technical skills? That means your work experience, your transferable skills that you developed over years in corporate, that's one of your most valuable assets. If you know how to position them, they can open doors to profitable opportunities in consulting, coaching, and other entrepreneurial ventures. So, having a plan, using the right assets like LinkedIn, and buying back time by leveraging what you're already great at. That's the difference between struggling and thriving. All right. So if you're ready to take control of your career, hit that like button, share this with someone who needs it, and subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. I created the choice framework because I just saw too many professionals making haphazard jumps into business ownership. It led to headaches, money loss, and time wasted. And if you're over 40, you don't want to waste time. This framework exists to help you transition with purpose, strategy, and alignment. Here's the breakdown. You're going to choose, change with intention, don't react. You're going to anticipate, pivot, and move with a clear plan. You're going to get clear. And this is exactly how I navigated my own career pivot. I didn't just walk away from corporate, I mapped it out. I mapped out a strategy that leveraged my skills, my experiences, and industry insights to transition with confidence. And now, through this framework that I'm helping you with, I'm helping other people do the same thing. Then we get into the how. Harness your corporate currency. Now, the unique combination of your skills, your knowledge, and experience that you've built over the years, the work you've done, the challenges you solved, and the leadership you've demonstrated hold immense value. But the key is to recognizing that what you already know can be monetized, it can be repositioned or leveraged for greater success if you take control and use it strategically. Then we move on to your opportunities. Own your expertise. Stop hiding behind your credentials. Position yourself. Yes, our degrees, our certifications are keys. But remember, you are the one holding them. Your knowledge, your experience, and perspective are what truly unlock doors. It's time to stop waiting for validation and start using what you have to create new opportunities, better opportunities ahead. And finally, your career. We're creating opportunities. They just don't appear, you build them. The reality is waiting for the perfect role or the perfect business opportunity to land in your lap. That's a losing strategy. Career success is about being proactive, identifying those gaps, positioning yourself as the solution, and making the moves that follow that. Over the next few videos, I'm so excited. I'll be diving deep into how you use LinkedIn as a power tool to amplify your expertise, to attract aligned opportunities, and magnetize your profile for opportunities ahead. Stay tuned because this is where your next move begins. Then ultimately execute. Elevate your next move. Growth isn't random, it's intentional because you can have the most well thought out plan, but without action, it's just a wish list. The real difference between those who succeed and those who stay stuck is in the execution. Taking decisive action, even imperfect action, is what moves you forward. Every successful transition, whether it's in a new role, business, or leadership position, happens because somebody made a move. So the question is, what move are you making today? Now that we've broken down the choice framework, let's talk about an important reality. Entrepreneurship is not the only path, but the mindset behind it, that's a game changer. Whether you stay in corporate or if you decide to branch out on your own, thinking like an entrepreneur is what will set you apart. Let's get one thing clear. Entrepreneurship is not the only option as you look to pivot your career, but it's the mindset. That's where the acceleration happens. And that happens whether you're inside or outside of corporate. I use this specific mindset to increase my salary by 177% in just 3 years at a US Fortune 50 company, surpassing tenured colleagues, people that have been in their roles for 10 to 15, knocking on 20 years. Let's talk about what it really means to embrace the entrepreneurial mindset, because it's not about quitting your job on a whim or starting a business just for the sake of it. Not at this critical stage of your life. It's about owning your value, thinking ahead, and making the moves with intention, whether you stay in corporate or you choose to build something on your own. This mindset is the difference, rather, between waiting for opportunities and then you're out there going and creating them. So, why does this even matter? Because we see the headlines. In today's workforce, it's just not enough to show up and do the work. You have to position yourself as a leader or a problem solver. Whether you're leading a team, managing a project, or navigating a career transition, thinking like an entrepreneur means staying ahead, being adaptable, and making bold moves with confidence. Your career is like a business and you're the CEO. No one will advocate for you the way you can. So, the ownership mentality, that means taking full responsibility for your growth, your results, and your career trajectory. It's not just about doing a job, it's about leading your career with strategy and confidence. You got to be known as a solution oriented strategic thinker, innovation and problem solving. You got to bring that home. And then you need to build relationships like a founder, expand beyond your job title. And this is how you network with intention. And then understand how your skills drive the revenue and the impact. And for me, that became absolutely crystal clear when I realized that my ability to navigate global trade compliance and build scalable processes, that wasn't just valuable to my employer at the time, it was an asset I could package and sell. So instead of just doing the work, I began positioning myself as an expert during my corporate tenure, which allowed me an effective exit strategy and allowed me to transition into consulting, where I have scalable income and I can create career security on my terms. So my career path was anything but traditional. I stepped in to the corporate world already thinking ahead, knowing that my time there was a chapter, not my full story. So while my colleagues were focused on climbing the ladder, I was focused on building my exit strategy from day one. That mindset shift, seeing corporate as a stepping stone rather than the destination, that's what set me apart. I knew that my true career freedom meant working on my terms and that creating my own opportunities was the key to building a legacy. So having a plan, that it's only the first step. What separates those who succeed from those who stay stuck is in the execution. Without action, even the best strategy remains just an idea. Remember what we talked about in the E for execute section? Growth isn't random, it's intentional. And the real difference maker is turning that plan into moves that matter, the steps that push you forward, even when the path isn't fully clear. Let's talk about a critical piece here, which is how to amplify your opportunities. Using LinkedIn and why it's one of the most powerful tools you can start leveraging today. Think about it. Your next big career move might not be in the job postings you're scrolling through. It could be sitting right in your LinkedIn inbox or your profile views or the conversations you're not having yet. I will be showing you exactly how to use LinkedIn as a tool for visibility, credibility, and career acceleration. If you're not using it strategically, you're leaving opportunities on the table. I've spent years mastering career strategy and guiding others on their best path forward, from navigating corporate leadership to building a thriving business. And I know firsthand how LinkedIn isn't just a networking site, it's a career accelerator. And I've used it myself to increase my own visibility, establish authority, and land high value opportunities that weren't even on my radar. If you're not leveraging it strategically, you're missing out on career moves that could change your trajectory and your life. I don't want you to stress over follower count. We're going deep with this, trust me. It's not about how many connections you have, but who you're connected with. A small, engaged network of the right people will open more doors than thousands of passive connections ever could. The right people need to see you. And that only happens when you position yourself strategically and show up with intention. How can you turn your LinkedIn from a passive profile into a powerful career magnet? We're going to explore how to position yourself strategically, attract the right opportunities, and build the credibility that speaks for itself. If you're serious about making your next move count, you don't want to miss this. LinkedIn is a game changer for professionals over 40, particularly looking to pivot or advance. And at this stage, your experience and your skills are invaluable, but only if the right people see them. So whether you're seeking a new role, perhaps looking into some consulting opportunities, or you're building a business, LinkedIn is a magnet. Your next move isn't just about finding a job or starting a business. It's about owning your career trajectory. And I'm here to ensure you make use of your most valuable asset, your time. The longer you wait to take control, the more opportunities are going to pass you by. So let's make sure your next step is the one that truly counts, because the money can come and go, but you can't buy back time. That's why making the intentional moves now is critical. And every day you wait to take control of your career is a day you cannot get back. The best investment you can make is in yourself. The right decisions today will set the foundation for the freedom and the success you want tomorrow. If you're ready to take action today, grab a copy of my book, Choice Destinations Now, which is available on audiobook. Don't just think about your next move. Let's make it happen. Until next time, make your next move your best move.